Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 7. And I'm going to put the Bruins on hiatus for now. I may come back to that at some point down the road and try to win back-to-back cups. But I wanted to try something entirely different. We're going to try a complete rebuild of what is statistically one of the top 2 or 3 worst teams in NHL history. And that is the expansion. Ottawa Senators. And we're going to come off of year 1 where the Senators finished, I believe it was 10-70-1 or something like that. Where is history? 10-70-4. They finished with 24 points. Norm MacIver was their leading point scorer at 46 points. They were just a bad team. So we're going to take over as the expansion, or I guess the second year Ottawa Senators, and see how quickly it takes us to win it all. So if we look at our roster, and this first season is going to be a blur because it's so bad. A couple of young players in Alexei Yashin and Alexander Daig. Pavel Demitra is also there. So we have 3 young building blocks, but other than that, it's pretty much a train wreck. Brad Shaw is one of 3 2.5-star players we have, along with Sylvain Turgeon and Bob Kudelski. And then from there, it's just a whole bunch of 1.5 and 2-star players. Our main goalie is Craig Billington. It's going to be another bad season, but it'll be fun to rebuild. So we're going to jump right in. So before we take a look at any of our lines, I do want to look at some of the free agents because there are a lot of potential free agents available. None of them are, elite. I mean, there are some decent names on this list. A lot of Russians. But yeah. So what do we got? So what do we want to look at? Raimo Helminen. I think maybe we pick somebody like this up simply as a trade chip. And I don't want to go nuts signing, every single one of these players. But there are a couple names here that I want to look at, like Steve Ruchin. I'd like to sign him. $105,000 for 3 years. We'll meet that demand. And I like to pick up a goalie or 2, just in case you get some injuries. And I saw Dwayne Rolison, so we'll make an offer to Dwayne Rolison. We'll meet his demand as well. And we'll look at lines and stuff after we've done all this. And then I'd like to sign Magnus Arvidsson. Those are going to be the 3 prospects I'm going to sign. And then I think I am going to try to make a move for Helminen just to... he wants a no-trade clause. Well, never mind. So I think that's going to do it. Yeah, I don't really... Mikko Eloranta, former Bruin. There's not really anybody else here that I'm huge on signing. Maybe Sergei Berezin. He played with the Sharks for a while. And they all want these minimum contracts, so I'm fine with that. So, all right, so that's what we're going to do in terms of signings. We have some interesting players coming up in the draft. Excuse me. So speaking of that, we need to handle scouting. So we need some scouts. We need a couple of Canadian scouts. So let's hire some scouts in Canada. I'm going to hire some young ones. And we need people in... it's not really going to matter because they'll all fill in as we hire them. It'll fill in the gaps here. So we Saskatchewan, we could have a scout. We could stand to have a Saskatchewan scout. Red Berenson. Ooh. Yeah, he wants a lot of money though. Here we go. Rich Brown. He's only 27. He doesn't want a lot of money. All right, so one more scout in Canada should do it. So we'll probably plug him in either Manitoba or... Oh, it's Manitoba and North. Those are the same. Okay. Looking for young guys who don't cost a lot of money. Ontario, well, maybe we hire him in Yeah. All right. Nope. We need another one. Okay. So we need somebody in Manitoba who's young. Dave Shell. He wants a lot of money. Is there anybody even available? Wayne Fleming? He doesn't want a ton of money. All right. So that finishes up Canada. United States. Oof. We need to figure out the United States. We are not in good shape there. And I don't need the entire U.S. covered. I'm not really concerned about it. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Or really 2, 3, 4, and 6 that I'm really concerned about. I don't particularly care about. William wants $7,000. Not all that fussed about the South. Actually, I guess it's really only 3, 4, and 6. So if we can get somebody else in Minnesota who's good, and then somebody up in New England. He wants a ton of money. Bill Hughes. He wants more than I'd like to pay. Jeff Gorton. All right, so one more scout in the United States, I think, for now will be good. I already looked at Bill Hughes. He wanted a lot of money. Let's do it like this. Ken Gabbard. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going to leave it like, oh, no, I can't. I can't bring myself to do that. Let's find a Massachusetts-based scout. Not for that kind of money. Robbie Fatorik? Oof. Robbie Fatorik wants a lot of money. Knuckles. What about Knuckles? We'll hire Knuckles just because he's Knuckles. All right. So the United States is done. I don't know how much of this. I mean, we have a lot of money to spend, so we may as well do it the right way. So we need some scouts that aren't going to cost a lot of money. Yari Curry. Jarmo Kekalainen. Cool. All right, so we're improving that spread. I like getting this stuff up here. I'm not really all that concerned about Germany. Although Franz Reindl, he wants too much money. Mats Naslund. Understein. All right, so we're getting there. We are getting there. Oops. 29-year-old. He's not going to want a lot of money. I don't want to spend. I mean, you got to spend the money to make sure everything is accurate. I just don't want to go nuts. Sure, we'll hire. Okay, I'm good with that. That gets us a good spread up in sort of the Nordic region, if you will, with decent scouting below that. Eastern Europe, I'm concerned about Russia, of course, with the number of Russian players that are going to be coming over right now. I need to make sure my scouting in Russia is pretty spot on. Still need to be careful with money, but it's 2 Russia. Yeah, 2's Russia. So Boris Mikhailov seems like the right guy to be scouting Russia. I want to make sure I get Russia to that very good. Yeah, I can't pay that much though. I can't pay $30K. Here we go. That's a good scout right there. All right, so that puts us in a good place in Russia and the Czech Republic. Should probably do something about the middle here a little bit and just try to make sure we're covered in. Although the only two I'm concerned about are the Czech Republic and Russia, frankly. Okay, that works. I'm good with that. And we'll add more scouts down the road. I don't want to spend. I mean, we still have plenty of money for our staff. Maybe we should go back in. Sorry, guys. I know this isn't all that riveting, but I want to make sure that we are scouted properly in order to try to get better, as it were. Get better as quickly as possible. Cool. All right, so that fixes that. We can probably come back in here and take a look at Norway. I don't know what Norway's flag looks like. Is it one of these? Sweden, that's Finland. That's Switzerland. It's that one, right? Oh, it's Denmark. All right, well, then I guess I just have to find somebody else who's up in that area, and it should fill it in. Yeah. All right, well, that covers Western Europe. Let's go back to the United States. They're fine. Canada's fine. All right, so we are good. We are good on scouts. So let's look at our roster. Actually, let's go ahead and sim up to the pre-season. What protection lists? I don't know what protection lists. But let's go up to the preseason. I have some messages. Okay. I got to shut this right. It's going to stop me for everything. I don't want to get a message when I get a day-to-day injury. If somebody's out for at least 2 weeks, you can let us know. When there is a 2.5-star player on waivers, that's fine. I think that was it, right? Yeah. All right, so those guys I think are all going to sign with us. Historical notes, notable new players. We've got Boyle, Eliash, Hayduk, and Wisnowski coming in this upcoming draft. Players need to be assigned to numbers. Dwayne Rolison, he's wearing number 30. He can have number 32. Players need to be assigned numbers. Arvidsson and Rushin both want 20. All right, well, they can't both have 20. So he can have 66. He seems fine with it. And then Steve Rushin can have 90. He seems fine with it. Good. Let's go up to preseason. More players need to be assigned. Sergei Berezin wants 94. Wonderful. So we'll probably sim all the way through this first season. I'll probably do a season an episode because it's going to sim really quickly. Development report, new players, set my captains. All right, and I am going to play this one without the Fog of War on like I did in my Bruins playthrough just because they're going to be so bad. So we'll go to mental ratings, leadership. Really, Alexei Yashin is captain. All right, well, we're going to make Alexei Yashin our captain then. And our assistant captains will be Norm McIver and Brad Shaw. Cool. All right, so now we got to set our roster, and we have way too many players on this roster. 47 players. Let's see what the AI decides, and then I can make changes from there. So who did they send down to the Prince Edward Island Senators? Our 4, yep, Berezin, Rushin, Rollis. That's fine. I'm totally okay with that. And yeah, I mean, I guess they didn't send anybody down that was under 1 star. Or they didn't keep anybody up that was under 1 star except for Madeley, who's our backup goalie. I'd like to get Dimitra out there if we're going to be playing some 1-star players. So let's bench Bill Huard. Get Dimitra out there. All right. So they have our line set. Let's see if I'm okay with that. So Turgeon, Yashin, and Kudelski. Sylvain Turgeon is a sniper. Oh my gosh. Troy Millette. I don't even know who some of these people are, and I like to consider myself a hockey aficionado. Mark Lamb. Rosie. I'm a big Rosie Ruzicka fan. So much so, in fact, that we're going to move Rosie up to the second line. Oh, these ratings, guys. These, yeah. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because this first year is just about, honestly, getting through the first year. So let's sim. What is this protection list that it wants me to sim up against? Oh, good. Dimitri's hurt right off the bat. Okay, so we'll replace him with Lauer. No, Huard. All right. Top free agents. I'm not interested in the free agents. Training camp development report. Okay, Billington got better. He's up to 1.5 star. Dimitra got better. He's up to 1.5 star. That's nice to see. 1.5 star, 2.5 star. Cool. All right, so that's nice. Mario Lemieux had a good game. Shocker. All right, so we got to go back into the lines and let's get Pavel Dimitra back in there. Waiver draft. I don't even know what this is. This has got to be an old. This has got to be an old hockey thing. Select the players you want to protect. Protect 2 goalies. Do I have to? These 3. I guess that. And now we have to protect 18. I don't want to protect 18. I don't care about 18 players. Kudelski, Shaw, McElwain. I'm literally just going top to bottom because it doesn't matter. Most of these players will all be gone within a couple of years anyway. Guess we'll protect the players that are dressed, so I don't have to worry about dressing other players in place. And then from there, how many do we have left? We got to protect 1 more. I don't care. Jarmo Kekalainen, because he's a former Bruin. I guess. Waiver draft. All right, so it's our pick. Anybody interesting? We could pick up another goalie. Damian Rhodes. What? I protected him. Oh, I guess I get to pick players. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I get to pick players from... Or do I? No, I don't. Okay, so every team picks. So I had to pick my goalie because for some reason it didn't have him on waiver or didn't have him as a protected player. Okay, so you learn as you go here. You learn as you go. I think some more goalie depth would probably be... Oh, I guess it's only one round. All right. Yes, that's fine. All right, so we are on opening day. Let's just go a month at a time here and see how bad this is. Check my lineup. Oh, because I got to dress Billington. All right, let's sim ahead a month. Pick up a win. Injured player, Lamb, 1 to 2 weeks. It doesn't matter who we put in, so we'll put in Lauer. Who got our win? Where did we get our win? Who did we? Oh, we beat Florida, the other expansion team. Turgeon, Glenn, Demitra, McElwain. Cool. All right, let's keep going. 2 wins in a row. We're 3-7-0 now. So we finished the month 3-7-0. Development. It's really all we're looking for is development out of a lot of negative development. That's no good. Doesn't look like anything interesting happened for us. Scouting. We could bring in an Igor Vartisky. We got plenty of money, so try to bring in some talent, right? Why not? Left wing, center. Mika Niemanen. No. All right. So we'll sim ahead another month, and then we'll take a look at the too many active players, right? Because I signed Vartisky. So we'll put him on the injury list. We will dress Vartisky immediately. And we're going to move him up to the second line to play along Ruzicka and Daig. So Vartisky, Ruzicka, and Daig. Can Demitra play? Demitra can play center, so I think I want to just do that. Let's just get our young players playing. Lamb is healthy, so we got to get him back on the active roster, and then we're going to have to send him down. Bill Ward, that's fine. We're going to bench Raglan and put Lamb in for him. Let's keep going. Bill Ward got claimed by Calgary. I don't care. 4-12-1. Okay, here come the losses. 4-14-1. Kudelski is suspended for an on-ice incident, so we'll put Raglan back in. And when we get to the end of the year, trading deadline's March 15th. So when we get to the end of January, we'll start looking at maybe trying to move on from some of the players that we have on the team that aren't necessarily long-term for this team. Replace with Lauer. In fact, let's just Turgeon, place on the trade block. Shaw, place on the trade block. Kudelski, trade block for you. Norm McIver, trade block for you. So we'll see if we get any offers that way. And if not, we can obviously look to move them as we get closer to the deadline. All right, so it is December 1st. We're 5-16-2. Development report. Billington got better. That's about it from a positive perspective. Scouting report, Joseph Dano. different Barkov. I mean, we could go through and sign every single one of these players, but I don't want to do that. Pavel Bure and Andy Moog. Old friend Andy Moog. All right, so let's take a look. So we're 5-16-2. We are Darren Mattingly, 9th in save percentage. He's played in 6 games, 310 goals against, 915 save percentage. We are being outscored 108-55. Alexei Yashin leads us with 26 points in 23 games. Sylvain Turgeon, 19 and 23. Kudelski, 14 and 19. Daig has got 12 and 23. Dimitra has got 5 and 23. There's a lot of negatives there. Varitsky is a zero-sum, no plus-minus through 13 games. That's a surprise. Dennis Weil, 136 penalty minutes in 23 games. You'll like to see that. 82 game rating out of Yashin. So far, so good. Let's get to January 1st, folks. Gord Dineen is injured. For how long? 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll put Filimonov out there for him. So we keep losing, 5-21-2. Worst record in hockey. We haven't won a game in... we finally beat the Bruins. We haven't won a game in ages. So Raglan is out. So we got to bring Kudelski back in. Dineen is back, so we can sit down. Filimonov. Cam Neely got suspended. Nothing of note for us there. How's Gretzky doing? 51 points in 34 games for a 32-year-old Wayne Gretzky. Teemu Selanne had 5 points. We're 6-30-2. Up to 35 and 38 for Yashin. All right, let's offer up Turgeon and see what sort of offers we can get. It's all about young players and draft picks. Greenshaw, but not players that are worse than what we have. Jason Lafreniere. Hartford. David Oliver's 22, but he's not any good. "37-year-old Brian Trottier. Dave Tippett, James Black, Christian Rutu. Nope, nothing. All right, so nothing there. Let's look at Kudelski. See if the offers are any different. Skrudland, Gary Volk, Brent Gretzky. Dwayne Norris. No, they're all 2-star players. It's not what I want. 23-year-old Travis Green. Man, this is bringing me back. Derek Plant. In 93, I was a junior in high school, and I was playing NHL 93 and NHL 94. So this is bringing me back a lot of these names. All right, so nothing there. So we're just going to keep going. We are just going to keep going, and I know I'm going through this quickly, but no reason not to in this first season. Alexander Daig is the most overrated player in the NHL at age 18. Poor kid. Billington, 4.76 goals against. Oof. Can we... Let's start to back up a little bit more. I guess. Not that it's going to matter, but let's go ahead to February. Darren Rumble is hurt. So we'll put Filimonov in. Oh, he's out indefinitely. All right. Stick him on the injury list. How are our kids doing? I don't think they've gotten any better. Yeah, they're all still... Oh, Berrezin's up to 1 star. Okay. Well, these guys should all be part of the solution next season. Let's go through next month. Vile got suspended. That's not a surprise. We do have to call up a defenseman. We'll call up Hank Lemons. Can we end up with a better record than we had last year? We were 10-70-4. So far, no. We need 4 more. There's our 7th win and our 8th win. Okay. So we go into February, 8-43-2. Gretzky and Cujo win the Players of the Month. Pavel Demitra continues to get better. That's nice to see. Darren Mattingly just having an unbelievable season. Oh, he's only played, the only games he's played have been games where he's come in as a substitute, I think, for Billington, because he's got no record and in his 11 starts. So many players got worse. All right, it's time. It's time to see if we can move anybody. So where am I going? I'm going league home and rosters. Ooh, look at these upcoming players. We're going to have a shot at Martin St. Louis. Daniel Alfredson. That might be the natural pick. Waiver. Not waivers. Trading block. It's my players and a bunch of crap. All right. So let's look at the standings. Can we pick up another first round pick? Like, would St. Louis give us a first round pick? Let's go to St. Louis. I want your first round pick, and I'll give you any of those 3 players that you want. Bradshaw. It's hardly likely. Kudelski. It's hardly likely. Where is... Oh, Turgeon's down to 2 stars. Okay. What about a second round pick? Would you give us a second round pick? For... Because it may be that we're just stuck with these bad players, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, they won't even accept a second round pick. All right, well, we're going to keep going. We have another month, so we're going to go up to March 1st, and then we'll think about trading people. Mark Lamb. So 2 defensemen are injured now. So we'll bench Lamb, and we'll put McElwain back out there. We'll bench Shaw, and we'll put Vile back out there. So my goal is just to be better than we were last year. So we need 2 more wins to get there. We're 8-49-3. We continue to get injured. So Filimonov is hurt, so Shaw will go back in next month. All right, so it's March 1st. We didn't win a game in March or in February. Gretzky and Brodeur. Why has there been no scouting for... Did I miss something? Yep, I missed something. All right. So Jan Starcy is going to be our head scout. Our advanced scout will be Rich Brown. All right, let's take a look at the roster. Just a quick stat update. 66 points for Yashin. He's got 32 goals as a 19-year-old. Daig has got 34 points. Dimitra's got 20. Those are really the only ones I'm concerned about. Madeley has he not gotten a single start? He's played 249 minutes in 14 games. What is going on here? Why won't you start him? All right, let's get up to the trade deadline. There's our 9th win. Oh, we got a trade offer. 20-year-old Darren Van Imp for Norm McIver. Yes, a million times yes. I wouldn't say he's a shutdown defenseman just yet. He might get there at some point, but Darren Van Imp. All right, so let's try this one more time. So we had Turgeon. Does anybody want Bob Kudelski? Somebody give me something for him. Come on. Really, all I want is a younger version of him. So if I can get somebody who's 2.5 stars who's younger, I'll probably jump on it. But that's not what I'm getting. Dave Poulin. Here he came left. Come on, guys. Work with me here. Crucial Niski. Paul DiPietro. Nope, nothing. Okay, so let's keep going. Maybe we'll get some more trade offers going up to the trade deadline. Player needs to be assigned a number. That's Darren Van Imp, right? Yeah. He wants number 29. We don't have it. How about 92? We'll just flip him around. Oh, I got to reselect my captains, right? Because we traded one of them. It really doesn't matter. Dave McElwain, fine. Can be our other captain. Oh, it's got to be Captain 1. Come on, trade offers. Let's get some trade offers. There we go. Two trade offers. Donald Dufresne is a 1-star defenseman. So for Sylvain Turgeon, I'm not going to take that. JP Jumpf for Bob Kudelski. Yes, I will take that. JF Jumpf for Bob Kudelski. All right, now we got to reset our lines again. Ruzicka is hurt. All right, so there were, I believe that's going to be it for our trade deadline deals. Nobody wants Turgeon or Brad Shaw. Offensively, we're better than I thought we'd be, but that's just because of Alexei Yashin. The rest of the team is just awful. Billington is .957-4 with a .467 goals against, but he has almost a .900 save percentage. That's unbelievable. All right, let's get to the end of the season. Let's get to the end of this travesty. What's wrong with my lineup? Do I not have enough players dressed? No, I do. I just don't have anybody in the... Who am I missing? Let's move Daig up to the top line first of all. So we got Archibald, Lauer, Millette, Quinn, Turgeon, Varitsky, Dimitra, Jompf, McElwain, Yashin, and Daig. So I've got them all out there. Oh, I don't have enough players dressed. Right. Raglan. All right, let's keep going. Let's get this season over with. And then once next season starts, we'll really start to dig a little bit deeper into the team, and we'll look at the players, and we'll try to really see what we can do to improve the team. But this first one is really just, let's get through the first season, let's get up to the draft, or let's just get through the first season so that when we start next episode can be, we can start with the draft and free agency and really start to go from there. So what do we have for upcoming free agents? Nobody. Okay. So let's get to the Stanley Cup playoffs. So we got our 10th win. So we're 10-60-3. And now we're just suffering all sorts of injuries. And I don't know that I can be bothered at this point. So let's just AI set up. Let the AI call the rest of the people up. And we'll just deal with that. For the last 2 weeks of the season, I don't care. You can't have 25. You can have 54. And you can't have 5. You can have 40. Can we win our 11th game? Or are we going to finish back-to-back seasons with 10 victories? We do. We win 11 games. We have 1 game left against New Jersey, so we're going to finish 11-70-4 or 3. 11-70-3. So first season we went 10-70-4. Second season we go 11-70-3. That's an improvement. Calder Trophy, Yashin is up there. That's nice to see. That's probably the only award. Sorry if you can hear that. That's the garage below me. All right, so we finished 11-70-3, which was the worst record in the NHL. By far, of course. 6 games worse than the Mighty Ducks, 10 games worse than the Panthers. Lemieux finished with 143 points. Yager, Yzerman, Bure, Gretzky, Solani, Hull. Man, those names. Hull, Lemieux, Robitaille, Ray Shepard, Pavel Bure, Teemu Solani. Brett Hull, 75 goals. 75 goals. Gretzky with 103 assists. For us, it was Alexei Yashin, 86 points in 84 games. Sylvain Turgeon at 53 in 81. Daig hits 20 goals, 49 points. Brad Shaw had 39 points, was a minus 44. Pavel Demitra, 28 points and varying levels of suck beyond that. Goaltending, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with goaltending, but Craig Billington played in every game. So I'm going to have to mess around with the ratings to try to fix that. But he wasn't, 4.63 goals against was obviously terrible. 896 save percentage was, he got peppered, but probably 40 shots a game. So, so we're going to sim quickly through the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. We'll see who wins, and we'll get to the end of the season. We'll call it an episode, and then next season is when we will really dive in. So we got to select a Hall of Fame nominee. Rick Middleton, again, because of the Bruins. So let's get to the end of the finals. So what do we got for a Stanley Cup Finals? Don't care about injured players right now. Pavel Dimitri's up to 3.5 stars. Quebec and Detroit in the final. Quebec, the Nordiques. So we're going to vote for Middleton, Billy Smith, Bernie Federko, and Dallas Smith. The Quebec Nordiques win the very first Stanley Cup playoffs in our playthrough. Not a surprise. I got a 20-year-old Forsberg, 24-year-old Sakic, 23-year-old Sundin, Andrei Kovalenko, Owen Nolan. This team was really good. Adam Foote, Steve Duchesne, Stéphane Fissé in goal for them. So really good Quebec Nordiques roster. Let's get to the awards. Yeah, and I plowed through this first season, but we'll start to slow it down here in season 2. So, Doug Mons. Because season 2 will be that first team that's ours, that's put together at least partially by us. And, we'll want to see them succeed. All right. Award ceremony. Lindsay went to Lemieux. Art Ross went to Lemieux. Richard went to Hull. Shepard wins the Bing. McTavish wins the Masterson, which is an interesting choice. If you know Craig McTavish's history. Yzerman won the Masterson, and Andy Moog won the Jennings. So let's see. Hart Trophy goes to Mario Lemieux with his 143 points. Conn Smythe goes to Steve Duchesne. Calder Trophy goes to Alexei Yashin. So we do get some hardware in the trophy case in year 1. Alexei Yashin. Larry Murphy wins the best defenseman. Selke goes to Dallas Drake. Vezina goes to Andy Moog and his .915 save percentage. GM of the Year, Bob Gainey, and the Jack Adams goes to Bob Gainey as well. So let's get up to the last day. Let's get our 0 score. Yep. Hey, it was an improvement. We won one more game this year than we won last season. So, all right. We've already gone through all that. Tampa fires Terry Crisp. So let's play one day. Let's go to the next day. We'll let this sim through to July 1st. All right, it is July 1st. Historical notes, notable new players, Boyle, Shane Doan, Big Z, Zidlicki, J.S. Jaguar, Kiprasov, Langhaus, Sikora, Theodore, and Matthias Oland. All right. Board confidence update, rebuild. Yeah, we're going to rebuild. All right, so that's that. I don't think there's anybody available in free agency. Oops. Whoa, okay. Why are these players not... I mean, I'm not going to question it, but I'm also not going to go nuts. I'm going to... Well, I might go nuts. We've got the money, and our team's terrible, so would it be all that bad for us to bring in Hobby Bulin and Holmstrom and Alfredson and Madden? I don't know. You guys let me know. Should I... That's a good question to leave this on. So you can see the free agents. It's a ridiculous list. Daniel, I mean, obviously Holmstrom, Alfredson, and Hobby Bulin would be the 3 choices. I don't know why they're not in the draft. I'm not sure exactly how FHM figures out who's in the draft and who's not, but you've got some good players here. Do we just go after all of them, or do we try to police ourselves a little bit and make it a little more realistic? You guys let me know in the comments below, but when we come back next episode, we'll do free agency, we'll do the draft, and we will do season 2 of our Ottawa Senators rebuild. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.